What's up guys, thanks for clicking on the video. As you saw by the thumbnail, we're going to be installing a filter that has absolutely 0 reviews on Amazon. Brand new on the market for Amazon is this here. What is this thing? A FreeSea aquarium filter. So it's like a hang on the back canister style filter. I'm kind of excited to try it out. Let me prove to you how new this is on Amazon with this little image here. Alright, so let's open her up and see what we got. Alright, let's get her out of here. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, that's for sure. So there's your main filter. Fairly heavy too. This might be a little overkill for the 10 gallon. And we got our attachments here. There's our little bracket for hanging it on the back. And then very simply just a couple of intake and outtake, inlet and outlet tubes. The reason I bought this is it comes with a little skimmer. You know, a little bit of features here. I think it's on this side, but you get a little skimmer with it, which is pretty nice. And you also have a spray bar, which is also nice. Alright, scooted you in a little closer so maybe you can see this little canister filter inside. Maybe. This thing should just come right off. Boy, I literally can't get the top off of this thing. Let's try this. Wow, that was just crazy. Okay, we'll have to get some, well, there's silicone grease on it. I don't know, she was stuck on there. All right, anyway, you got a little, man, everything is stuck. All right, you got a little divider here. Everything's stuck on this thing. And they give you a little bit of foam. You got your foam. And then you've got your baskets, which I can't get out. So you've got 2 baskets that got foam in them. And then you got 2 baskets that have filter media, ceramic, where they really don't want you to get these things open. Alright, and then you got some ceramic beads in here for your beneficial bacteria supplied with it, which is kind of cool. Now I'm going to modify this a little bit. But I am going to use their media. You know, why not? I'm going to give it a shot. I do have some Chem Matrix, but not very much of it to fill up both of these baskets. So I'm going to try their stuff. We'll give it a shot. I'm going to rinse this and then show you the modifications that I'm going to make to it. Just a little filter floss and stuff like that. And then we'll get this bad boy installed. Before I start putting this together, I was verifying which way was in and out, and you see they've stamped it upside down or backwards, mirrored. There's your in and there's your out, if you can see that right there. So it's like when they etched it in the die, they etched it the way they could see it, and then when it printed it backwards, but it's okay. We know which one is in and out now. And I got some filter floss here that I'm just going to cut out a couple pieces of here. Alright, so just making sure that this was going to work properly, and see if we can get it to come in on camera. There's a little pin right here. And what that does is that creates a gap at the bottom, so the water comes in one side, under, and then out the other side. In theory, I bet a little bit spills over the top here too. So if the water's coming in here, I want to go through my thick media first. Then I want to go through my filter floss here, and then I want to go through my beneficial bacteria last at the end. So what I'm going to do, take this sponge out of this one, this basket, and I'm going to stuff it in this basket. So I doubled up there. I've cut a bunch of filter floss here that I'm going to stick in this basket. And this is why I got this filter, because I thought it was pretty cool that I had all these baskets here that I could play around with just like any other canister filter. So far, it's pretty neat. So I'm gonna drop this filter floss in the bottom. Now I may be incorrect about this, but direction of water flow should be going that way. Thick sponge or coarse sponge on top of that, and then this sponge they provided on top of that. So what we want to do is drop this guy in first without a lid, and then we can put this one on top. Aha, there we go. That one on top. This sponge in here for the outflow. Now I almost forgot, I'm gonna add some Seachem Purigen to my system here, and I'm gonna use this really fine little mesh bag. Okay, I'm gonna put my little Purigen packet before my filter floss. That way, if the bag breaks or any of this Purigen starts to leak out or there's any dust or something still trapped in here, I did rinse it, but the filter floss should catch it. So we're going to remove one of our filter floss pads, drop our little Purigen bag in there. Now you don't have to do this. I just had a problem with bacterial blooms, and so I want to try and keep the water super nice and clear. So we're going to try some Purigen. Okay, for your hanger, there's little holes down here on the bottom. The hanger just slides right in there. Like so. Now you don't have to use this hanger. This little canister does have kind of a double O-ring system here that you could probably just put some hoses on, and it has little rubber feet on the bottom. So if you wanted it like under your cabinet, I don't think it'd have enough pressure to push it up into your aquarium from that low down on the floor. But you could give it a shot. I might give it a shot sometime. We'll play around with it later. But it's designed with these little guys being threaded. It is designed to work this way with the system. And this is extendable. It's got two O-rings sitting right in here that you can extend this down if you need to reach deeper into your tank. And on this one, you have the same thing. One little O-ring in there that you can adjust the depth, which is pretty nice. So this is the aquarium we're going to be putting our canister filter on here. But before we go and do that, I'm going to put a black vinyl background on this tank so that we don't see our filter hanging behind the fish tank. Now I'm going to go do this off camera because I already have a video installing this vinyl, and you can find it in my playlist. I'll also link this vinyl video at the end of this video, and you can check it out if you want to see, but super simple stuff here. So let me get this on here and we'll be back. There we go, black background is installed. Okay, we got our filter hoses essentially installed. I've got my cap here, I've got my cup, and we're gonna prime this thing. You've got to, I don't know how I'm gonna do this here. You get some tank water. Don't make the mistake of putting a bunch of fresh chlorinated tap water in your system. Take some tank water to prime your filter. Filter's all primed up. I'm going to put the cap back on here. Alright, we got you scooted up a little closer. Moment of truth. We're going to plug her in. Yeah, she primed right up. And she's a-working. Not bad flow either. For as much, you know, filter floss and Purigen bags and all this other stuff I got crammed in there, flow is actually pretty darn good. I'm impressed. Let's adjust our spray bar a little bit. And back here, I've got no leaks. Okay, I'm gonna show you a little trick I just figured out on here. The intake here was kind of water falling down, if you know what I mean. There was a big air bubble trapped up here, and so the water was coming in and then just kind of water falling over the edge down in there. and you could hear just a little splashing. It was still really quiet, but it wasn't fully primed up. So what I did was over here on this one is this adjusts your flow for the output. I just turned this all the way around. You can probably see there. And then I opened it and I just did this kind of quick. And what it did was eventually cause enough suction inside the unit to pull that air bubble through. And now we are fully primed up, and I'm going to give you a couple seconds to listen how quiet this is. Whisper quiet, guys. All right, guys, well, what do you think? The FreeSea aquarium canister filter, FS1208 is the model number on it. 16 gallons, 135 gallon per hour is what they advertise. Look, I'm in no way affiliated with FreeSea, but as you saw, man, the flow is pretty good, and it looks like it's going to be a decent filter, and it's got, you know, the canister with 4 different baskets that you can customize it any way you want, and I filled mine with filter floss, and that should restrict the flow. And I don't know, guys, I'm kind of impressed. You know, it's a brand new listing on Amazon. They have 0 reviews. I'm gonna go leave a review after it runs for a while. Let me make sure that it's good, but so far I'm impressed. Price on this guy, 40 bucks. So, you know, if you want one, I am an Amazon affiliate on my other channel, so I'll leave a link to that store and directly to the product. You click the link in the description, it'll take you right here. You can pick up one of these bad little boys, and I make a couple of pennies if you use my link and check out. So I don't know, man, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna let it run for a while, and we'll do an update video for you and let you know how the FreeSea FS1208 is working. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. That helps push the video out. You know how this YouTube thing works, and it's a brand new channel, so you know what to do. All right, guys, we'll see ya.